you're going to basically stop trade with China. You look at the American economy, 40 million jobs rely on trade. It accounts for 27% of GDP.
Okay.
If you cut that off, that's also going to have an effect on many, many business people here.
Yeah.
Tariffs also have another side. Isn't that something that you have to acknowledge?
No.
You could be plunging America into the biggest trade war. The overall effect could be massive.
I agree it's going to have a massive effect, positive effect. It's going to be a positive, not a negative. If I run this country, if I'm going to be president of this country, I'm going to put a 100, 200, 2,000% tariff. They're not going to sell one car into the United States.
And we'll also pass the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act, meaning if China or any other country is charging us 100 or 200% tariff or tax, then we will charge them 100 or 200% tariff or tax in return. In other words, it's an eye for an eye. And when that happens, everything will just go away.
Under Donald Trump's presidency, he ended up selling American chips to China to help them improve and modernize their military, basically sold us out, when a policy about China should be in making sure the United States of America wins the competition for the 21st century, which means focusing on the details of what that requires, focusing on relationships with our allies, focusing on investing in American-based technology so that we win the race on AI, on quantum computing. There is a great symmetry between that and our policy toward China. We do not invite conflict, but we absolutely are prepared to and engaged in what is necessary to compete. We, as the United States, in our policy is not about decoupling, it is about de-risking. It is about understanding. It's not about pulling out, but it is about ensuring that we are protecting American interests and that we are a leader in terms of the rules of the road, as opposed to following others' rules.
Well, I know President Xi better than I know you, which is pretty good.
Really?
Okay, yeah. He doesn't hate the United States, but he loves China. He wants to take everything away from the United States. He wants to not destroy the United States, he just wants everything. If you would see President Xi, you can't duplicate him in Hollywood. There's nobody in Hollywood could play the role. These leaders are at the top of their game. These are smart people, but these people are sharp, tough, and generally vicious. But I respected China, and I respected President Xi, and I had a great relationship with him. I think that we will have a good relationship. I'd rather have a good relationship than China. And I'm saying this, and I hope that President Xi is watching, which he will in one form or another, whether it's watching or he'll be told.
We have the greatest military in the world. Just a lot of people don't know that. I saw the other day a report that they issued that if we end up in a war with China, we cannot win, we're not strong enough. So I said to myself, assuming that's true, how stupid are you to put out a report like that? How stupid. Why would you put out a report? Then they'll say, oh, Trump is not truthful. No, I'm smart. You don't put out reports like that. And it's not true. We would kick their ass. It's not true.
Should the U.S. help defend Taiwan if it means going to war with China?
Well, I don't want to say it because if I'm in the position of president, I don't want to say what I'm thinking. You know, if I answer that question, it'll put me in a very bad negotiating position. With that being said, Taiwan did take all of our chip business. You know, we used to make our own chips. Now they're made in Taiwan. 90% of the chips
Advanced
are made in
semiconductor
Taiwan.
chips, 90% are
they
made in Taiwan.
have-
If
they
China goes
make
in there,
everything.
they'll be able to turn the world on and off. Isn't that right?
If China takes Taiwan, they will turn the world off, potentially. I mean, potentially. But remember this, Taiwan took, smart, brilliant, they took our business away. We should have stopped them. We should have taxed them. We should have tariffed them.
So say if China attacks Taiwan, would we use military force to support Taiwan?
Bill, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals, but listen, we need to make sure that we maintain a one China policy But that includes supporting Taiwan's ability to defend itself, including what we need to do to ensure the freedom of the Taiwan Strait. We need to make sure we have open lines of communication with China, in particular, military to military.